Hello everybody, once again, this is AikawaKazu and welcome back to another Maple Story 2 video. This time, I'll be bringing you guys some insights into the Maid crafting system or the crafting maid system in Maple Story 2. So, I find that there's a lack of light shine into this aspect of the game, and personally I feel that it plays a huge and a very significant role in Maple Story 2. For a great overview of the crafting maid system, you can check out a guide made by Pius, published on Trio.tv. Link for that will be in the description below the video, so do check it out. It is an extremely comprehensive guide that shares with you the basics about crafting maid system. So do check it out. So what am I gonna share? In this video I'm gonna share with you the significance of each craft at its level cap up to level 50 from 30. But before that, I'll still need to share with you some of the basics that you need to understand so that you know what I'm talking about. There are 5 types of different crafting professions in Maple Story 2, or 5 types of crafting maids. You have the alchemist, the beverage maker, the chef, the ring and necklace crafting maid. Crafting maids are like furniture items. This means that you will need to have at least an apartment for you to be able to place and utilize your crafting maid, which is what I'll show you here. I'm in my apartment right now, and you can see this archer is one of my crafting maids, so you can actually remove this or place the crafting maid into your house, and then the crafting maid itself will spawn. Just to show you guys an example here. This is an example of a crafting maid. There are many crafting maids here that you can see, but there are 5 different types of crafting maids. So crafting maids are furniture items, and do note that you can only place 2 crafting maids at one time. That means you can only have 2 active crafting maids in your apartment, but you can own up to as many crafting maids as you want. So consumable crafting maids or consumable crafts takes about 30 minutes to an hour, while equipment crafts takes about up to as long as 2 hours per craft. So right now a level 36 necklace that I'm crafting takes about 2 hours, just to give you guys an idea. And just like equipment, there are different grades of crafting maids for Maple Story 2. So the ones that I have right now is the most basic, or what they call the common grade crafting maid, which you can purchase with mesos, as you can see here. They cost 77,000 mesos, not 84,000. This is because I'm purchasing, or I'm showing you guys it via the quick purchase menu which you can access in your apartment, but items that you buy via the quick purchase will cost, I believe, 10% more in general. But in any case, there are 5 or rather 4 different grades. You have the common, alright, and then you have the uncommon, which is the green grades one, and then you have the blue grades, which is the rare, and last but not the least, you have the excellent grade or the purple grade crafting maids. From the green, blue, and purple crafting maids onwards, you can only acquire or rent them via merits, which is via the merit shop here. As you can see, this is the purple grade ones, the blue grade ones, and the green grade ones. So each merit crafting maid have their own unique special item to craft. So this is just some background info. Like this one, she'll be able to craft this. I believe this is a campfire, and just gonna pick a random, like this bunny NPC. She can craft a bunny envelope thing. I do not know what this can actually do, but basically each merit crafting maid have a unique item that they can craft. I believe even the common ones can craft unique items as well. In this case, it will be this flute. Yep. But of course, I believe the merit crafting maids unique special items will be overall better, I guess, or more unique compared to the common ones. So what else do merit crafting maids offer compared to the common ones, which is the meso one? So merit crafting maids have 50% reduction in the materials required to craft. So for example, the current craft I need for this necklace, it costs 218 onyxes and 3 of these diamonds. So I believe a merit crafting will require 2 and maybe 100-ish, and depending if they round up or round down the division. But merit crafting maids requires 50% less materials per craft. They have higher trigger rates. So what are trigger rates? When you craft a necklace, when you craft a ring, you have a chance to get a 1 grade higher. For example, if I'm crafting a blue grade necklace, I have a chance to get a purple grade necklace. So this is what we call the trigger rate. So merit crafting maids have a higher chance to trigger to get a better craft. So maintaining a merit crafting maid is rather expensive, just to let you guys know, because when you buy or you rent a crafting mate, mesos, they cost 77,000 mesos for 30 days. And you can renew the rent or extend the rent by 30 days for 69,000 mesos. So it's not really that expensive. 77,000 mesos is not a lot, because you can see here I have 11.9 million. But for merit crafting mates, the initial rent will cost quite a decent amount. For the purple grade ones, it costs about 1,290 merits, which is 1,290 merits. And extending it by another 30 days will cost a lot lesser. It costs about 490 merits. So if you convert it to dollars, alright, it's around $13 and $5 for the extension. So if you have 2 purple merit crafting mates, yeah, if you're maintaining 2 purple crafting mates, it will cost you about $136 per year, or $11.3 per month, which isn't too much for a working adult. So of course this will vary with currency value differences, as well as how pricing will vary in other MapleStory 2 services when they are published in the respective regions. But yeah, you can see it's not that expensive for you to maintain 2 purple grade merit crafting mates for a year. In any case, merit crafting mates are really worthwhile if you can afford it, simply due to the faster leveling rate as well. And I think most importantly is the 50% reduction requirement in the materials needed, because the materials needed can come from monster drops, from disassembling of equipment, and most, if not all, crafting mates will require you to purchase some form of miscellaneous item from NPC. In the case of this necklace crafting mate, you're looking at this diamond. Costs 10,000 per diamond when you purchase from the NPC, and you can only sell them for 8,000. So it's not like you can acquire this from mini games in MapleStory 2, but because you need a lot of them, so having a merit crafting mate can be very useful if you want to minimize cost in terms of meso overall. Alright, so that's all for the so-called overall basics for crafting mates. Let's move on to the significance of each crafting mate, starting with the Beverage Maker crafting mate. This is the most generic crafting or generic crafting choice, since it isn't really that useful, nor is it that useless. Across all the level caps that I've gone through so far. So the Beverage Crafting mate, right, let me just show you guys here. I believe it's this guy. No, it's not this guy. Is it this guy? Yeah, it's this guy. So you can see it's like cocktails. You make drinks when you produce. So what the berries actually do is that they recover HP over time. They're very similar to the HP recovery herbs that I have here. This one. Alright, the white herb that I have here, which you can actually acquire from monster drops or boss killing. So the thing about beverages is that it recovers more HP per second, and you can actually craft beverages that recovers a fixed amount of HP instantly. For example, in this case, this one which I actually got from the exchange of this purple stone thing, but that's another thing. So this one can recover 301 HP instantly, and then over a period of 8 seconds, you recover 107 HP per second. So Beverage Maker Crafting Mate can actually produce consumables that gives you an instant HP recovery followed by an overtime HP recovery. So it's like a mini HP potion with a herb. But unfortunately, there are 3 types of HP recovery items in MapleStory 2. You have your herbs, which is your overtime HP recovery skill. HP recovery item. You have your instant HP recovery item, which is your potions. Alright, this is not the best one you can get. The best one you can get right now is the orange, 850 HP, and you can also use HP, or rather PvP HP recovery potions, what they call PvP HP recovery potions, because this one's recover HP by a percentage. And the reason why we call it PvP HP recovery potions is because this is the potions that people most commonly used in PvP. Because in PvP right now my HP is 3.2k, but in PvP this can be 25,000. So 850 HP, 25,000 is not going to be very helpful. So PvP HP potions can be also used, and all these 3 can be used independently. So there's a cooldown for HP potions, there's a cooldown for herbs, there's also a cooldown for PvP HP potions. So you have 3 HP recovery items, which is why the beverage HP recovery item isn't that useful compared, to all the other 4 crafting mate types. So because you can only keep 2 crafting mate active at any given time, I wouldn't recommend getting the Beverage Maker Crafting Mate, since it is not that, you know, significantly useful compared to the other 4 crafts. But I think the only interesting thing about the Crafting Mate is these, you know, the unique item that the Crafting Mates can craft. I believe the let's see, let's try to find the guy with the drinks, this one. So I don't know what this pill can do, but if you saw the previous one, it can actually craft a drink, and I believe visitors to your house can actually interact with the NPC to receive that cocktail if you actually did craft that cocktail on the NPC. Correct me if I'm wrong. So Beverage Maker Crafting Mate, not that useful, so let's move on to the Alchemist Crafting Mate. This one is one of the most useful crafting mate for 10-man boss raids. Alright, so let me just show you what the crafting mate can do. Alright, very quickly here. So I believe it's not this tool. It's the teddy bear. This one. I used to have it on my priest previously. So if you look at these potions, alright, there are 3 types of potions that the Alchemist Crafting Mate can craft. They are very useful, aside from the normal potions that you can craft. You can craft the potions that drop some monsters, so those are not quote-unquote that useful since you can acquire them via other sources. But the red, purple and green potions that you see here are the ones that can only be acquired via events or via crafting from the Alchemist Crafting Mate itself. So what does the green potion do? The green potion increases your HP by 5% for 10 minutes. The red potion increases your physical damage by 3% for 10 minutes, and the purple potion increases your magical damage by 3% for 10 minutes. So you can see that these are attack or HP boosting potions that are very useful for 10-man boss raids, since when you are clearing this boss raids for the first time and when you're under gear, this extra 3% as well as the extra 5% HP is going to be very useful in clearing them, so that you can actually get the drops from them to be able to clear them with ease the next time. So especially in 30 cap, this is the potions that you will see a lot of people using before they enter, let's say Bajar, before they enter Mark 52, and even Devorak. So Alchemist Crafting Mate is even useful up to 50 cap right now, because if you are a hardcore PvE player that is looking to clear all the 10-man raid content at their respective level caps, you will want to have at least one Alchemist Crafting Mate player in your 10-man party. I'll actually recommend 3, because you can only craft one type of potion or one craft at one time. So you need someone to focus on crafting the green ones, one guy to craft the physical damage increase ones, and one guy to craft the purple, or rather the magical attack increase ones. So at higher levels, you can even craft the same potions with the same amount of attack damage or HP increase, but they do not wear off when you die. So let's say the earlier crafts, when you are fighting a boss and you die, the potion effect will disappear along your death. But at high levels of the crafting mate, you can craft potions where the effect will last even beyond death. So very useful for PvE raids, the Alchemist Crafting Mate. And if you're looking to make mesos during 30 cap, I believe especially, this crafting mate is one of the few crafting mates where its produce or its craft can be sold for a decent amount of price in, you know, the black market. So let's move on to the Chef Crafting Mate. Alright, so Chef Crafting Mate is the one that produces this one. No, not this, is the ring one. Hang on, should be, yeah, the Sailor. So the Chef Crafting Mate is very similar to the Alchemist Crafting Mate, except more towards boosting the defensive stats of your character. So it will give you a raw HP increase, a raw value HP boost to your character for 15 minutes. So compared to the Alchemist Crafting Mate, this one is 15 minutes compared to 10. And there are 3 types of defensive stats that you will boost for your character. So there are 3 different types of food. As you can see, for this one, it increases your armor by 3%, and then you have one that increases your physical defense by 10%, and you have another one that increases your magical defense by 10%. So if you go down to the highest level, right, these percentages do not change, alright? But the raw HP value boost increases with higher level crafts. So if you look at level 9 here, it's 250 HP increase, and the last one actually boosts by 270. But the 3 different types you can, defensive stats you can boost are your overall armor by 3%, your physical defense by 10%, or your magical defense by 10%. So this can be useful to various characters because there are some classes with higher physical defense but lower magical defense, and there are some classes with high magical defense but low physical defense, and there are some with low armor. So these food are definitely useful, but I think this crafting is more about maximizing the advantage you can have when battling the hardest raid boss at each of their level cap. So at level 30 cap, when you're fighting Shadow Shaman Devourer, the food will be very useful. At 40 cap, Pepper Lattice, having the extra 200 plus HP boost and extra defense will be very useful. And at level 50 cap, when you're fighting Balrog, you want to get what you can get from the game, because when it comes to clearing the hardest raid boss at each of the level cap, you want to get all the advantage they can get. So if you have 10 people that are playing Maple Story 2 with you, get one of them to take the Chef Crafting Mate, so that you know you can boost the gameplay of your friends when playing Maple Story 2 together. And if you want to clear the hardest raid boss at their respective level cap, you will definitely want to maximize the advantage that you can get. So that's it for the Chef Crafting Mate. So now let's move on to the Equipment Crafting Mates, which are the Ring and Necklace Crafting Mate respectively. So here I have the Necklace Crafting Mate, and unfortunately, or I don't know whether fortunately, the Necklace and Ring Crafting Mates only truly shine from level 40 cap, because at level 30 cap I don't really find myself going to the black market to actually purchase a blue grade ring that I want. And unfortunately for the Necklace Crafting Mate at level 30 cap, it really isn't that useful, because if you look at, let me just show you guys very quickly here. Alright, at level 30 cap, you can only craft a level 32 blue grade necklace. Before that, it's all green grade, as you can see. Of course, you can craft skill crystals, but skill crystals, or you can convert skill crystals, supposedly, from using blue to red, and from using red to green, and then you have green to blue. So aside from those, which you can acquire from, you know, killing elites and killing world bosses, so not that useful. And at level 30 cap, you can only reach level 6, alright? You can only reach level 6 for your crafting mate at level 30 cap, and you cannot use the level 32 necklace, unfortunately. So for ring crafting, however, you can craft a level 30 blue grade ring. So necklace crafting mate at level 30 cap, really not that useful, because you cannot use a craft that you can make at 30 cap. But of course, from 40 cap onwards, will be useful. Alright, and of course in 50 cap, it will be super useful, since you can craft stuff like, you know, accuracy with poison damage increase 2.3%. You can get various stats, and all these random stats you can get can be sold for very high prices if you get the right ones. Especially right now in this cap, if you get 4% attack speed, let me just show you guys, and certain stat that a certain class will need to use, you can, I think I bought this for close to 600,000 or 900,000 mesos. And ring itself, 4% attack speed with 1.5% boss damage increase. I bought this for also close to 1 million mesos. So you can see the opportunity here for the equipment crafting mates, which is the ring and necklace crafting mate, to shine from 40 cap and 50 cap onwards. And this is the level cap where people really truly specialize their substats. And at 50 cap is where I think the Maple Story 2 game is sort of quote unquote completed among all the other classes, in terms of the fact that the substats really come into play, especially for attack speed. There's a attack speed craze going on right now. So ring and necklace crafting mate really shines from 40 and 50 cap onwards. But bear in mind, guys, a word of caution, both of these crafting mates are really expensive to level, as the materials they require are expensive. As I mentioned, the diamonds here, alright, cost 10,000 per, alright, so it's 30,000 mesos per craft, and that's not including the 218 onyxes that I need. And if you go down, let's look at a level 50 necklace, alright, 419 onyxes and 6, so it's 60,000 plus 419 onyxes per craft, alright, and it takes 2 hours and 45 minutes per craft, alright, so they take very long to produce. But of course, when you get there, they will definitely quote unquote pay you back depending on the RNG that you get. And this is where I believe getting the merit crafting mates will be really very useful if you can afford it. I didn't go for it, I actually got merits, but I didn't buy a merit crafting mate because wasn't thinking of spending too much money in the Korean MapleStory 2 in case the English or the other versions come out. But if you're thinking of getting the Married Crafting Mates, ring and necklace crafting mates definitely the ones I believe that will be worthwhile to go for. Of course, again, 50% less materials needed will greatly reduce the cost of leveling and crafting itself, and Married Crafting Mates level faster since the EXP you get per level is higher, and most importantly, the higher trigger rate. You can actually get purple grade rings, purple grade necklaces when crafting, though actually what's more important is the substats. But if you get a purple grade necklace with the correct substats, they can sell for 10 to 20 million mesos, and there are people that buy them. Alright, so the high trigger rate is definitely a huge plus. But that's it for the crafting mate insights or system in MapleStory 2. I hope that this video, whether you're playing Korean MapleStory 2 now or watching this in anticipation of various MapleStory 2 services in the future, I hope it has been useful. Again, if you want to have more generic information on crafting mates, like where to purchase them, what are the materials needed in general for each craft, where to get them, go check out Pew's guide on Trio.tv, links again in the description below the video. To help me out, be sure to stop the like button, subscribe to the channel, share this video with your friends, and thanks for watching, guys. My name is AikawaKazu, thanks for watching once again, God bless, and I'll see you guys and girls in the next video. Goodbye.
반가워.